Compound Saturday is the men's gold medal match. India taking on the Netherlands. Let's go down for the athlete introductions.
On target number 1, representing India,
1号靶来自印度
Prathamesh Samadhan Jawkar. On target number 2, representing the Netherlands,
2号靶位来自荷兰
Mr. Perfect Mike Schloesser. The line judge for this matchup is
起射线裁判
Shannon Russell Kyan. Ladies and gentlemen, for a gold medal, a rematch.
So time to go for gold here on Compound Saturday in Shanghai.
Archers have met before.
The men's gold medal will be decided in a contest between Prathamesh Jawkar from India, 19 years old, world number 54, taking on Mike Schloesser from the Netherlands. He's still the world number 1 at 29 years old, but this, you could say, is a bit of a battle of the nerves. Schloesser certainly looks to be back to the form that we're used to seeing from him, but he certainly suffered from a little bit of anxiety, and we certainly saw that from Prathamesh Jawkar in his semi-final. Both made it through to the gold medal match, though.
You can see now that the shirts are kind of waving in the wind a bit more again. A bit of a flinch there.
Ooh. 10.
10
Not the best shot, but manages to put it on the line of the tin ring.
Nine.
9
Felt like that one was coming from Mike Schloesser. Important shot, this one.
10-10-10.
Now, called 10-10-10 in venue, but we've got the first arrow marked down for a measure. It looks pretty close, and from our angle we can't really tell, so we will have to wait for confirmation. But as I was saying about Mike Schloesser, the second arrow was a bit of an indication of what might be coming for the third. He was starting to drift over that way.
Yeah, and also you could see that the front stabilizer was kind of wiggling a bit. I think it's maybe due to wind and a bit of nerves. And yeah, you could see the same for Prathamesh, but he was just able to, stick them in the middle.
We get a good look at that thumb on the release aid. Just
30 podiums altogether.
Yeah, he's anticipating the release to go off, and then when it doesn't go off, he flinches, and that's what we saw in the last match as well, in the semifinals. In the semifinals, he had to do a full reset because he let down his bow, and he had to do pull back again, and he had a couple seconds left. Here he only flinched a bit and was able to fix it in the shot.
Certainly gives us something to look at. I mean, for both of the archers, we need to be looking at that backhand, really. Gives you an indication of how comfortable they are, as Chef's saying, about going through, not expecting the release to go, the arrow to go. Now, confirmation of the scores after the first end, 29 apiece.
10.
Ideally, most compound archers need to have like a subconscious release action. Some people do well with a conscious release. So, like I mentioned before, like people like Jimmy Lutz and Kyle Douglas, and yeah, we've seen others. Sarah Sunningson was one of those. But typically, subconscious release works best because you take away the choice, and having the choice to release is a very difficult thing to manage mentally. So you need to be very strong-willed if you can do that.
Your predecessor in the expert seat in the commentary box, Nikki Hunt, referred to punches versus the subconscious squeezer. She definitely prefers the subconscious squeeze. She doesn't like punching at all.
I mean, it works for some people.
Perfect score.
This is looking like a very impressive matchup, as we should expect in a gold medal match. But it's the fact that we've got this 19-year-old upstart from India shooting so well, dropping just a single point, and the sort of recovering, if you like, Mike Schloesser, who demonstrated that some anxiety was starting to get to him after years, quite frankly, at the top of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Mike's first World Championships win was in 2013 in Belek in Turkey. And I think his first World Cup stage was probably 2008, 2009, right around that time. So he's been around for some time.
And yet he's not even in his 30s.
I might be wrong on the World Cup. It might be 10, 11, but in any case, a very long time ago.
59-59. This is end number 3. Mike Schloesser will shoot first on target 2.
两组电过后，场上比分59-59平局。
So all square as we go into the third.
Tad.
10.
That's it.
正中马心。
Tad.
10.
Dead center.
Getting to the stage now where you feel that a dropped 9 is a real open door for your opponent.
Yeah, the level they're shooting right now, that's definitely the case.
10.
Dead center.
The nice thing about them struggling with the, let's just call it target panic. Let's just
Call it what it is.
call it what it is that when they do get a good shot, you can see the relief, and you can, if you're a little bit empathic, you can feel the relief yourself by just looking at them shooting good shots.
10-10-10. Perfect score.
This is some high standard being set here in Shanghai.
And that is another perfect score.
同样是30环满环。
I mean, this
Wow.
it's worth saying this is super impressive. Not such a surprise to see Mike Schloesser shooting like this. This is typical him from 18 months ago, a couple of years ago. Seems like he's definitely back, but I'm so impressed by this young Indian.
Yeah, he I think has taken a couple of lessons out of Sergio Pagni's book. He must have had some influence on the Indian compound program. But yeah, just the fact that he's only 19 years old, in his first top 4 at a World Cup ever, and now in contention for the gold medal and matching the world number 1.
Yeah, and booking a place at the finals, which takes all the pressure off for the rest of the season. But it's really nice to see the confident, nodding Mike Schloesser back where we're used to seeing him. We see an athlete dip off the very high levels of form, and he was suffering, wasn't he? It was a mental strain on him that was the problem. But to see him back and nodding as he releases the arrow is, he must be feeling absolutely top of the world at the moment.
10.
10。
10.
10。
This is just, it's difficult to explain how high the level actually is.
10.
10环。
And I've said it before today, but they're shooting at 50 meters of distance. That's about 55 yards for the people in the Imperial system.
10环。
Thank you.
And they're shooting at a 10 ring that is only 8 centimeters across, so just a tad over 3 inches across.
Size of a grapefruit.
10, 10, 10. Perfect
Maybe even
score.
slightly smaller.
环的场地。
Sorry?
Size of a grapefruit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Another perfect from Mr. Perfect.
A bit of wind here.
Oh, 10, 10,
Just
10.
look at
Perfect
the group
score.
from him, though.
同样一
It's
个满环。
like you say, matching up to Mike Schloesser, but I think you're right in pointing out that the level that we're seeing here is because you're just switching this on and you turn it, they just keep it intense. This is easy, isn't it? This is not easy.
It almost seems like they're throwing free throws in practice.
现场的观众朋友们，来为
If
运动
you
员
want
们加油！还
to,
有
you know,
最后
put a
3
metaphor to basketball, but it's not that easy. Like it's actually really difficult to shoot consistent 10s on 50 meters, even in a practice setting. And these people are doing it on a finals venue with the TV cameras on them.
With a gold medal at stake and a place in the finals at the end of the season, which
Yeah.
is the
2号来自荷兰的
one of the biggest things, certainly in a non-Olympic year for
一
archers.
个剑指全部都是10环。
And certainly you have to say for compound archers, it is that and the World Championships are the biggest things for them to compete for within a season.
Yeah, that and the Continental Games, obviously.
So it comes down to a
最
fifth
后3支
and
箭。
final set if this is to be settled in the regulation 15 arrows. 3 left per archer with the scores absolutely the same.
Ten.
10。
The wind is definitely changeable here, just adding to the pressure. That was absolutely on the buzzer, wasn't it?
It was. So it gave me a bit of a startle there.
10.
10。
Bit of pressure now in terms of the speed at which Mike Schloesser was able to get that arrow out. No time for any kind of recovery or to dwell on the long arrow, which might be a blessing as he puts it into the 10. So all square with 1 arrow left per archer for the top spot here in Shanghai. Oh, that looks like it's drifted out to the 9, which opens the door here. Are we going to see something very, very special in Shanghai? What a way to finish compounds Saturday here in China, in Shanghai. We have just seen the makings of a brand new superstar in the world of archery. Prathamesh Jawkar from India at just 19 years old has taken gold here in Shanghai.
Started in Italia, Turkey in a quarterfinal matchup won by Mike Schloesser. But today,
Well, you can see the delight. He's absolutely thrilled to have taken the title. And it shows the measure of Mr. Perfect to stand next to a young Indian, having just lost out and then back away for a solo shot.